I lived in 10 different foster homes, 4 different group homes, drug-addicted parents. I was a crack baby myself. Father was in prison. My mother was addicted to drugs. Faith got me through my journey. Now I'm Dr. Moss, so I'll go around the world telling this story. I'm very excited about that autobiography because it's getting ready to be a movie.
This guy needs absolutely no introduction. If you are hip to social media at all, you have definitely seen our guest here today. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Welcome to the umpteenth podcast, the Altruistic Trudge podcast. I think we're on number like 16 or 17. We've got an introduction here, but like I say to a lot of the people, this guy needs absolutely no introduction. If you are hip to social media at all, you have definitely seen our guest here today, Dr. Deonte Moss. He's known throughout the community as a man of faith, a mentor, and someone who believes that real change starts one relationship at a time. While Deonte isn't in recovery himself, you're not in recovery, are you?
No, sir.
All right. But addiction has...
Yep, cheers for that.
Addiction has this guy here is the only one that's not.
But I've been surrounded by it my whole life.
Yeah, we've done some research on you, followed through your Facebook, get what we could get out of you. And we did see that, addiction has touched your life. We'll touch on that a little bit. Through some of the experiences you went through in your life. We do got to start out with a couple introductions. My name's Matt. I am a person in recovery. I'm a quitter. I'm a business owner. I'm a dog father. I'm a busy person right now.
Not so busy that you can't post about golf every 3 days.
I had a golf trip in Kentucky.
For the last 7.5 days.
Really?
So busy.
Work.
It's been 2 weeks since I touched the course. My name is Chris, not a quitter, business owner, dog father, not a golfer anymore, but that's what real business ownership looks like.
Here we go.
That's me. Wannabe gangster.
Dr. Deonte Moss, author, educator, entrepreneur. I run a small mental health agency, working with mentoring programs with youth and young adults. So also your nosy neighbor.
The nosy neighbor.
So I wear many different hats. So I'm just glad to be here and talk with you guys.
Yeah, we have an hour. So if we went down your list of the things that you got going on, we'd probably waste the whole hour.
Because new stuff comes every day.
So what's some things that's keeping you busy these days? I know you said you got a lot going on. What's some things that you got going on?
Family. I'm dropping a Drake, and what that means is Drake just recently dropped 3 number 1 albums in one day to get out of his contract.
Yeah.
We're dropping 3 books in one day.
No kidding.
Yeah, but it's a series of children's books. So I have I Am Major, which is affirmations for young men. So to motivate, inspire, and encourage. Then I have I Am Magic, which is affirmations for young women. And then I have a book with them together, I Am Major, I Am Magic. So I'm very excited about that dropping. So that should be out by the end of the year, but I'm gonna do all 3 of them in one day.
You do have one book out already.
2
Two books.
I have Push, Pray Until Something Happens Every Day. How I navigate through the juvenile justice system, foster care, drug-addicted parents. I was a crack baby myself. Father was in prison, used drugs. My mother was addicted to drugs. I lived in 10 different foster homes, 4 different group homes, but Faith got me through my journey. Now I'm Dr. Moss, so I'll go around the world telling this story. I'm very excited about that autobiography because it's getting ready to be a movie. And then I also have Focused, which is from my social media following. I have a decent social media following, and I always post encouraging, motivational words and prayers on my social media page. And people was like, hey man, how can I get that every day? So I made a devotional called Focus, follow one's course until successful every day, and that's out anywhere and everywhere books are sold.
Like what made you want to be that guy that's just the guy that brings laughter, that brings happiness? Like,
I don't think it started that way, but the journey that God has brought me through, I think made it.
Because it would be so
way.
much easier for you to be like, fall right into the path that was laid out for you.
Yeah, because I felt a little abandoned growing up because of my mom on drugs and going into foster. No kid really wants to go to foster care, but I think it was the best decision that I probably, because I probably would have been more like my family hustlers and there's prostitutes going on.
You got $10? No, but I'll show you how to make it.
But I was able to, find other lifestyles and niches and versatility, and I'm appreciative for that. But I used to have this like thing where I was like, don't nobody want me, watch me be so successful, and then they gonna wish they were in my lives and stuff like that. But
Manifest.
I don't think that's how God works.
Yeah.
Because of my faith, I was able to go back and get my family. So one of the defining moments in my life is my father, who I'd probably seen, I probably count how many times I've seen him before I was 21 years old, maybe like 5 times. He was always in and out of prison.
Yeah.
So I'm at a corner store one time when I was 12 years old, and I couldn't believe it because I recognized, I'm like, dude, he's out of jail. That's my dad. Like, what's up, dude? Like, I'm in the corner store, like, tripping, like, hey, Dad, what's up? How you doing, buddy? And I didn't call him Dad, but I'm just like, hey, are you Tony? You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, hey, how you doing? You know, all right, little dude, you know. Like, he don't know who I am. And I felt like I died that day in the store because I'm like, how you have kids and you don't know who they are? Like, I felt a certain kind of way. But I went to visit his mother, who he was staying with, which is my grandmother. I call Nana. And as soon as I get in the house, my Nana, Deonte, hey.
Now, had you been like, yeah, has she been in your life while?
Well, yeah. I was in and out of foster care. Got back with my mom. My mom got clean, but relapsed, and the whole other stuff happened. But she definitely knew, you know, we had a relationship.
Oh yeah.
And he almost clicks like,
He
that's my
remembered
son.
seeing you.
No,
He still remember seeing you.
I don't think so. But he's like, son. I'm like, no, I just saw you a couple weeks ago. You didn't know who I was. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so we ended up getting into a fist fight that day, like, because the anger
lot
came
of
out.
emotions.
Yeah, you know, and just on top of it, like, and I didn't know how stuff would be handled after that. Ironically, years later, I'm in college. I just studied abroad. Got back from Germany for 4 months. And I run into my dad, ironically, at a corner store again. But now I'm grown. I'm like, well, if we fight this
what's
time,
up, little dude?
yeah, like it ain't gonna go the same way it did last time, you know. So we at the corner store, and I go in the store. I come out. My dad comes out, and he looks me dead in my eyes, start crying, and he said, hey. He started telling me all the stuff I was doing in my life that I didn't know he knew. I'm like, was he keeping tabs on me? Like, what's going on? Like, how's this? How does he know all this stuff? They found your sister. You know, I heard you had a daughter. I heard you graduated. You're getting ready to graduate college. He was telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, and I kind of felt a certain kind of way because I'm like, I'm grown now. I don't really need you, but I kind of still had like an empty place in my heart. And I kind of felt like I needed to forgive my dad because of my faith. And I think it was one of the best things I ever did because I ended up forgiving my dad. My dad started hanging around me a little bit. I started finding out a little bit about myself. But what happened was a conversation with my dad that changed my life. One day I was having a conversation with my dad. I took him to church, got back from church. He said, son, teach me how to be a man. Whew. I said, excuse me? This is the dude that made me. He said, teach me how to be a man. I said, what do you mean? I wasn't even comfortable calling him dad. I'd be like, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, sir.
Yeah.
He said, teach me how to be a man. I said, what do you mean? He said, all my life I had problems. I had issues. I had trauma in my life. I didn't know how to cope. That's why I was in and out of prison doing drugs. And my life ended up the way it has. He said, but you have drama in your life, trauma, all this stuff that, you know, the road was against you, but you're becoming successful. Like, he's like, you're doing your thing. He's like, I want to serve the God you serve. Teach me how to be a man. And that my life changed that moment because I knew my success wasn't for me anymore. It was to go back and get my family so they could be up too. You know what I'm saying?
Powerful. How's he doing now?
He's doing excellent, really good. Yep.
Good, so
imagine
the vulnerability it took to like just open up and be like to your son that you couldn't be there for whatever reason. And then he said, teach me to be a man.
And that always resonated with me and still with me. One of the reasons why I started one of the things I do in the community every other Monday, it's called Man Day. So Man Day is where I get groups of men in the community and we meet and we keep tabs on each other. We talk about the vulnerability in our lives, things. A lot of men hold things in.
Oh yeah.
So they explode because they got to be strong for their wife, the kids. You know, can't cry, they can't, you know, do all these things. But this is the atmosphere where men can come together and discuss whatever is going on in their lives and be open about it and kind of like a free space.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's powerful, man. When people think of you, what do you hope your legacy becomes?
Well,
It's always going to be the vacuum. But what do you want it to be?
that's probably the most famous thing.
Yeah.
Because usually, well, I do, so my faith, really, honestly. My brand is Pray For Me. This is my trademark. I own this trademark. So I put this on shirts. I got all kind of things going on with it. And I give out.
Yeah, I want one of those bracelets if you have it.
Yeah, I got them in the car whenever.
Yeah.
They in the Maybach.
Yeah.
But just my faith, probably, because I'm not probably, it is. I love when people meet me and I'm in public. They're like, "Hey, you're the Nosey Neighbor," and I always carry like these like Jesuses in my pocket.
Yeah.
So they'll meet me and they're like, "I'm at the Nosey Neighbor and he gave me Jesus."
I love that. I'd seen you somewhere. I bumped into you somewhere. And then I was telling my girl, I was like, "That's to do with the vacuum." And you heard me say it and you just looked back and smiled.
Yeah, that's everywhere. Mop, vacuum. People have their favorite ones.
In a matter of, we've been here for 15 minutes. And like now like you said, your faith, I now know so much more about you than just that vacuum. I feel like we talked in there and you said that, the blessings have came from that vacuum. And like now, like I see so much deeper into you than just that vacuum. But that vacuum, what?
I was trying to make my wife laugh.
Set you up on a a perfect stage to share.
100%.
Pray for me.
100%.
And you see that a lot on social media and stuff like that. And somebody will have something on the back of their shirt that's like Jesus is King or something like that. And then later on they'll be like, I was trying to be funny, but 40 million people or however many million views I got seen in the back of my shirt that Jesus is King. Just things like that. That's important. So let's talk about your parents. You talked about your dad. You said your mom was in and out of treatment, stuff like that. How's she doing now?
She's doing good. She's actually doing really well. She's taking on a lot of responsibility right now. My sister has, she's been through a tough journey in her recovery. She relapsed, but I think she told me she got 70 days clean right now.
That's amazing. That's big.
Yeah. So
I know a lot of people, from the outside looking in, they're like, 70 days. Like I got 2 car payments due in 70 days. But 70 days is huge, man. Definitely whenever you're addicted to it.
Took on the responsibility of her kids, and that was a big thing because my sister and my mom were always at odds growing up. My mom boyfriend was her pimp at one point. And when we were kids. And he prostituted my mom, but he molested my sister and prostituted her as well. My sister ended up being in a sex traffic ring and all kind of stuff. And a lot of the blame was on my mom. My mom went to prison and her boyfriend for years for it, got out. But my sister always kind of like had negative connotation towards my mom. My sister a couple years ago was living in Colorado, overdosed. Her and her boyfriend in the bed. The boyfriend passed away. My sister was resuscitated, but she had to get heart surgery. She got like a heart murmur from the overdose. And the first person that flew out there was my mom. And she took her kids so they wouldn't go in the system like we were. And I felt like my mom felt like it was a responsibility for not raising us, almost like being grandma, helping her with the kids, which has been a big blessing because although they were beefing, I think my sister really does appreciate what my mom has did for her.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of like the person she hated the most was the person that helped save her life.
It usually happens that way.
Has been clean for so long. It kind of was like her sponsor almost through the process helping her. But then she did relapse. But it's the person she like goes to the most when it comes to this. And it's like the person she hated the most is the person that's helped saving her life at the same time.
That's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes. That's good that she's got 70 days clean. Shout out to her. If you want to talk to her and give her my number, if you ever need someone to talk to about any of that stuff, we can always help her.
We got Josh's number too, but she can't call before 10:30 a.m.
Josh is not a morning person. Were there moments growing up when you realized your family wasn't like everyone else's? At what age was that?
Oh, that was kind of early.
Yeah.
It's kind of toxic early. My mom throwing at my dad's clothes out at the house and I'm helping her. I don't know what's going on. I'm 3. But so it was a lot of drama and trauma early on in the house. So my mom was on drugs when I was born. So crack baby born in the 80s. But my father sold drugs and my mom used them. And they had a dysfunctional, toxic relationship. They were always fighting, but my dad was very manipulative. He never wanted my mom to leave, and they had 3 kids together, me being the oldest and my 2 younger sisters. And whenever like an argument or something would happen, my dad would do something very manipulative to get her to stay. Like he'll beat her. And
you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, because she trying to leave and caught him cheating, and he in the head, she beat up. She like, I'm leaving. He's lactose intolerant. He went one time, poured bleach in the middle of the kitchen, laid in it, put milk in his mouth, made it seem like foam. Like, I'm gonna kill myself. She kind of, no, don't kill yourself, I'll stay. You know, this is the type of stuff that was happening. Or, I'm gonna kill myself. He locked himself in the room, pow. That's all you heard. 911,
He
jumped out the window. Yeah. The door was locked, she couldn't get in, so she thinking he dead. And then, you know, but he would do this type of stuff to get her to stay with him. So when he went to prison when I was 3, I don't know if it was like her drug addiction or she felt like she was free, but she dropped us off over his mom's house, which is my nana, and she took us in. So I didn't see my mom for years after that. So I grew up with my grandma early on until she got very sick. And she couldn't take care of us the way she wanted to. And we got into foster care. So I think because of some of the things that I've been through in my life, which I wouldn't wish on anybody, I felt like I kind of been covered through it. That's what makes me feel like my life is kind of different. Like it was kind of a part of my purpose. Although I don't wish anything that happened to me, to anybody. But I feel like God foreshadowed everything.
Yeah. Like
the book was gonna come out later, the stuff was, and it affected me in a way where I felt like, although it hurt, I was always able to handle it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, you know, they say he's not going to give you more than you can handle for sure. But it's hard to wrap your mind around a 5-year-old being able to handle all that.
And they're like, oh man, that happened to you. This will happen to you. That happened to your family. That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine. And I'm like, well, my marriage just had a problem. That hurts more than
because realistically, there's a lot of kids right now today going through exactly what you went through, and their life will be different than yours has. Oh yeah, and it's crazy, like to think, you know, and you get in front of them, you're like, if I can do it, you can do it. But the mindset is just you have to have a strong mindset. Like this is going to be different. I'm going to be different. We see it, you know, time and time again, even in adults, you know, in the treatment, you know, centers that we have. You know, I'm in there talking to them like, you can do, if I can do this, I promise you can do this. I was homeless 8 years ago, living in a tent, and they're like, oh yeah, it's different now. What's different? The mindset's what's different. You can't make your mind believe that you can do something different. Yeah. And, but yeah, man, so that kind of answered the next question is like, looking back now, what lessons came from those hardships? Like, you know, what of those hardships built you to be the doctor that you are?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, although like I didn't plan to be in foster care, I have a niche for kids in foster care now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, statistics show that only 30% of kids graduate high school and go to college. Yeah. Only 1% get a master's or a doctoral degree. I'm part of 1%. I feel like I'm the dopest foster kid to ever live. But I don't want to be the only dope foster kid. So my mission, my ministry, a ministry of mine is going out and recruiting other foster kids to do what they're supposed to do. I have a program called Life, leading individuals through the foster care experience. And I go back and I motivate those youth that's in foster care to live their dreams, live their goals, because it can happen.
Make it 10%. Yeah. Make it 10% of them goes.
Yeah, I don't want to just be
10% doctors. Yeah, we by myself.
And then you got to be doctor, you be masters. You know what I'm saying? But or whatever, a trade just where you're happy. Yeah. Because a lot of us that were in foster care,
anger.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on. The statistics is bad for kids in foster care. So like they, you know, depressed, mental health issues, all kind of things going on. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you want to see those success stories. They make movies about them. Like they,
Yeah, they do.
you guys, anti-fishers, it's the families,
Yeah, it does. It's and you would think by now like there would be, more people like you that's willing to go in and try to help. But they're really sometimes forgotten about. Like kids in foster care just kind of get left to fend for yourself.
Especially when they get older.
Yeah.
Because that was one I still had to navigate that even as I got older. Because once you emancipate, you're done. You're grown now. You can kind of do, but I never really was taught nothing. Stuff came up in my marriage because of foster care. Stuff came up in school because of foster care. Like I was just kind of thrown on campus, which is a good place to be thrown. But like I had to adapt because I didn't really know how to get an apartment or any of that those type of things. And one of the reasons I stayed in school and I'm a doctor because I need a place to stay and a place to eat. And the government was my parents. I was an orphan of the state and they paid for my school. So after I graduated, I said, what's going on? What I'm gonna do now? I was like, well, you gotta go find them. Well, if I stay here, can I get room and board?
It just all worked
Go get
out.
your master's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like God was setting me up and I didn't even know. I was just trying to survive.
Just didn't want to be hungry.
Yeah, like I need a place to stay. I'm comfortable on campus. It's kind of fun here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let me
it's
stay a couple
college.
more years. And then I graduated again. I said, go get your doctorate.
Is there anybody outside of your family that like really, helped you along the way?
Yeah, I had a foster parent. But he started off as a teacher of mine and then became a mentor. I was in a court order program called the Housing Manual. His name was Lawrence Tribble. But he was probably one of my biggest inspirations growing up and everything because he's just a great guy. I know he loved God. That's what I admire about him the most. But he was just a little different because my family had a lot of drug dealers, prostitutes, hustlers, all kind of stuff. And they had nice things and I admired nice things. You know what I'm saying? I liked nice things. But he wasn't doing nothing illegal and he had nice things. He wasn't going to jail. He wasn't being shot at. He wasn't being, police
beat his wife
yeah,
up.
he was dead. He was like, I just love God and God has blessed me. And I'm like, well, that seems a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure.
The route that I want to go, so I admired him, and I live with him, so I would see it. I would see his faith, and
It's not
God
fake.
blessed him.
Yeah, it's not.
I saw it was
a
real. I'm
front.
like, that's what I want to be like that, So
Because you
big
do run into a
inspiration.
lot of people that they'll post on social media and stuff like that, and it's just then you get to see them in person. You're like, you suck, bro.
When you get to know,
suck.
you see,
Yeah, you're not real.
100%.
So it really sounds like a lot of who you are now is because of what you went through.
Yeah, 100. Yeah,
Who would you be now if you had a normal upbringing?
like a normal upbringing.
Yeah, normal.
I think
White picket fence, normal school.
Harrisburg.
Yeah.
I lived in Parisburg. But
Ottawa Hills. Let's switch
I
out.
kind of feel like everybody has a purpose, and it is what it, But I don't. I think what propels me in this lifetime is my story.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Who do you think you'd be without the hardships?
the crocodile hunter.
I love that. You've waited so long for somebody to ask you that.
When I was a kid,
Bam.
I used to say veterinarian because I didn't know what it was, because I didn't know what to call the crocodile hunter. But then when I went to school, and I got to choose what I wanted to be.
I feel like
was
there's an opening for it right now.
And it was like veterinarian. I'm like,
Steve Irwin died.
Yeah, he did. Stingrays. I was just with some stingrays. I just ate one. But I'm like, surgery and taking care of it? No, I wanted to be like in the jungle.
Yeah, find them. I want to hunt them.
I was like, that's not a veterinarian. That's the only thing I knew that worked with animals, though. I didn't know what he was called. Conservationist. So that's what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So
that's,
I still like it. Every year I try to I travel a lot, and I'm always with the animals, man. Doing something with the animals.
Love the animals.
Yeah.
So you're big into your faith now. Where did it first begin? Was it a foster thing? Did you come to it naturally? Was it your mentor? Where did
My
that
mentor,
push?
definitely.
Who pushed into that?
My foster dad. So from very early age, I was always taught that Jesus loves me. That was from my nana. She was always involved in church and stuff like that. So I knew that. But I didn't really get really into my faith and seriously, I feel like, until I was like a teenager when I got with my mentor. And I was very involved in my church and my faith, and I was doing all kinds of stuff in the church, like step team and Bible trivia, stuff. So it kind of like ignited something in me. And I guess my evidence in my life, I saw results from my path. And I'm like, man, this is going good with this faith journey. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of had like my own little evidence of like, this is probably where you should be going.
Was there ever like a gap where you're like, man, I don't know if this faith stuff's working?
I think everybody kind of gets like moments like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like around college time, I was kicking it a little bit. I went to academic probation. I was working at like a club. I was making so much money at a club. And I was like, then I dropped down and I was like, you gonna mess up free school?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
You remember why you came here? Because the food's good.
And now you're not gonna have a place to stay or eat. So I was like, Lord, it's me again. Remember me? And I kind of, came back.
Reeled it back in.
Yeah.
You think your faith, this is very similar theme as my last question, but do you think your faith is stronger now because you didn't grow up with it and you had to come to it naturally? Where I got 12 years of Catholic school, haven't been to church and I couldn't tell you when. But I was, every day was faith, Catholic religion until I could make my own choice. You're still active in it because you weren't pushed on it or just came to it naturally?
No, I think I'm definitely, I think I'm still getting stronger. Because like the stuff that I've learned before, like even, like I could hear like, people could tell me stories or even like the study of my word, the Bible, right? I hear the story 100,000 times for 10 years, get the same revelation. But now as I'm getting older and I'm living different, life's, like my life has changed. I'm changed, I'm maturing. That same story is different to me now. Yeah. And it was the same for 10 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, what about this part of the story is resonating with me to help me through my life journey now? So I feel like it's getting better and stronger, like as I get older, you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, Chris, go back to church.
I'm here at 6:30 on a Sunday morning, by the way. I mean, I got a lot of issues with the Catholic Church, but we don't have enough time for this episode. Such the chanting and the tradition.
Yeah, I went to a Catholic school for a while. Yeah, Rosary Cathedral. I got kicked out. I took a knife to school.
Man, the only thing I will give the.
I was trying to knight people.
I will give the Catholic nuns a little credit because I started off at a larger Catholic school, but larger, just run by normal lay people and civilians, and then ended up at a Catholic school out in White House called Leal, shout out, run by a bunch of nuns, Sisters Notre Dame. And without them, I probably would have been expelled.
Sweet ladies, I'm sure.
Never.
Really?
No.
I always see them and I'm like, you gotta be the sweetest little lady.
Evil.
You got to pick and choose. Someone was good.
I mean, you hear the fake stories about getting wrapped over your hands with ruler. That shit's real.
Or you get paddled too.
Yep.
Back in the we got paddled.
I'm from Southeast Kentucky. Our school bus driver would paddle us.
Saint Angela Hall's Rosary Cathedral is where I went, and Sister Mary Ellen, boy, woo.
Light you up,
Sister Mary.
Sister Mary Ellen in the office. Deonte. Like, I didn't get this from my grandma. But
Sister Mary Vernon. She was probably 90 years old. She's probably still alive. They wouldn't take her in heaven.
Still alive is crazy.
You remember the football pencils growing up? You had the football pencils. You were cool because you got the New York Jets in the It was a big problem at our school in third grade, and every time she saw one, she'd break them in half.
Wow.
She's a crazy lady. But there were some nice ones too, but definitely some evil ones.
So the movies are real, like when you see them in school and they're like, come here.
Oh, boy. So I give them credit because they beat your ass into shape, but they didn't give up on you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I know. I need to check out Sister Mary Ellen. Yeah, what is
in fact, one of them, I had a very rare condition. I had viral encephalitis and I was in a coma for a couple weeks and needed blood transfusions. And the principal of my school, Sister Margaret Mary, showed up and gave a blood transfusion. Because I'm O neg, so I give to everybody, but I can't take from everybody.
Yeah, so you gotta have somebody with the same. Yeah, wow.
So good.
Your principal.
Yeah,
Did that for you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's dope.
All right, moving on to kind of a little bit more core theme for the whole episode. I don't know if he coined this or not, but I stole this from him, and I say it almost weekly. Someone thanks you for something, and I just say, just people helping people. And I think that's a pretty good theme, especially in a small to medium-sized community like ours. Is that kind of what you do?
People helping people?
Helping people?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely. I kind of got like a thing where I've had some stuff happen in my life where I've been hurt, so I feel like hurt people, and I've done stuff to people in my life like that made me feel like I did that out of hurt. But as I'm helping people more and more every day, I feel like heal people.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So hurt people, but heal people. And I think I'm in the business of making sure that I get to the people I need. You know what I'm saying? Or the people, because that's what happened to me. You know, that's how I overcame. So I think I'm in the business of helping people, helping others, because I like to see the results. And I think the more of us that are healed, we spread. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Because the hurt people are spreading. They're spreading, but if we can get to them in time, or when we get to them, we could start another movement.
So if people just help people, that's it. I mean,
we heal.
At the core.
We heal that way.
You just gotta be nice to people. That's the thing.
But that's helping people.
Yeah,
Bad day.
Yeah, you can teach people how to be nice to you, though. This dude dogged me yesterday. I was at the Millions game. I said, "Hey, sir, what inning is it?" I said, "Yes, sir." "Hey, sir, what inning is it?" "Does it look like I'm watching a game?" I said, "That was pretty rude, sir." I said, "Well, God bless you." And I went and bought my ticket, came back. He must have felt a certain kind of way because he like, "Oh, sir, yeah, he was really nice." But I made sure I told him how I felt, but I still did it in a nice way. "Well, God bless you anyway." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but when I came back with the ticket, he was like,
"The day you deserve."
Yeah, but it was like, I feel like sometimes we have the power. We don't want to sometimes, but we have the power to overcome the hate or the hurt in people. We stick to who we are.
Sometimes it changes them.
And I feel like that's what happened.
And he probably thought, "Why did I even say that?"
Yeah, and then I pointed it out, but I still was, "Well, God bless you." Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I came back, I had to come back to him, and he's like, "Well, enjoy the game, sir." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Have you ever had a moment where someone caught you he was having a bad day? That dude was having a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
You caught him. You just caught him off guard, and he snapped, and he probably was apologetic about it. Have you ever had a moment where someone caught you wrong, and you said something you regretted, but never got the opportunity to fix it?
Well, first thing that came to my mind when you said that was my wife.
This morning before I left, I got a call right now.
But I feel like I always had the opportunity to fix it. But let me go. I think like somebody caught me off guard and I kind of like went in on them. Something. I might have probably done that with like maybe my sister. Dealing with frustration of, not understanding, kind of like, cause she has a half a heart, and she went back out. I'm like, "You trying to kill yourself?" Like, But so I caused some frustration. Matter of fact, when we were younger, one of the craziest things that ever happened to me, my sister came up missing. But before she came up missing, the day before, she was on a mission, which with my mom messing with some dudes in the house. She was drugged, and I had to go get her. My mom came home. I had to go in the house and get her. I ended up fighting like 4 dudes, but I got the best of them. The reason why is because they knew they was wrong.
Yeah.
And they didn't want me to call the police. So they kind of like let me smack them around a little bit because they got this little girl in the bathtub butt naked, right?
Yeah.
And I took off my shirt, I carried her home, and I had a conversation with my sister that day, the next day when she kind of was like back coherent. I was like, "Man, you just, you messing with them dudes in that house, like, you just disgusting, like, why would you do that to your, you know what I'm saying? What people gonna think about you and us, and this is a conversation. I'm hurt.
Oh,
I'm having
yeah.
this conversation with her. I didn't know that was gonna be the last time I was gonna see her. Because the next day she was missing. And that tore me out the frame. Because I'm like, if you really love somebody or you care for somebody, and you know it's gonna be your live conversation, you wanna tell them the truth. I love you. You wanna say the right things. Last thing I said to my sister, and I didn't know I was gonna see her, it was, you're disgusting. And that ripped me because I'm like, she's been missing for like a year. So I'm like,
For a year, you're just
I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, so I got a gun. I wanted to shoot my mom's boyfriend if you know what I'm saying? So I felt like he had something to do with it. I got a gun and everything. And I'm like, if he try to touch my other sister or he hit my mama again in my face, I'm gonna shoot him. Snuck a gun from my aunt's house, tucked it. My opportunity came. Beat my mom out the room, went upstairs, grabbed the gun, came back downstairs. It's probably the only time you're ever gonna hear this. I had a gun. He hit me with an iron. He won. I had a gun. He had an iron. I don't know nobody who loses a fight with an iron and a gun. But have you ever been hit with an iron?
No.
It hurt.
I can imagine.
But my mom called the police on me, and I was upset that day because I'm like, I'm trying to protect you. Why you calling the police on me? But I think it was one of the best things that ever happened.
That iron saved your life.
Yeah, because if I would have shot that man, I don't think I'd be living the same life that I'm living now. And then that's how I got to stay with my mentor, because my mom called my mentor like, Deonte tripping. Can he come stay with you for a minute? And he ended up getting custody of me because my mom went back to prison. So it was like a life-changing thing. And then my sister came back. But that moment of me telling my sister I was disgusted with her as a kid and not being able to see her tore me out the frame.
It's a really good segue, actually, almost like I wrote this with some thought. This is a theme we've covered before with recovery on this podcast and show before, but how do you balance accountability with grace? How do you show support and still hold someone accountable?
So I think that's kind of like what I'm trying to like live now a little bit. I know my sister's in her situation right now, and I'm keeping in touch with her, but I feel like I'm not being, because at first, when she first came back, I didn't want to be like a burden. I wanted to help her as much as I could, but I didn't want to be the reason like stuff was happening, like giving her certain kind of money and stuff like that. So like now I love her and I support her 100%, but it looks a little different for me, like monetization or stuff like that. Like I'm more helping with our kids. I'm doing everything I can do for them because they're innocent and my mom needs help. But then I'm inviting her to be around her kids. Like I'm doing it in different ways that I feel like I still showing you I love you and I care for you and I want the best for you. But at first, like, she was just randomly like calling me for money at first. And I didn't really know what was going on at first. But I felt like I was like,
Oh, you always need $30.
yeah. And you gonna pay me back and you ain't pay me back.
Oh, that's so
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's like, and that was just because like, I know her life has been rough and I wanted to support her so bad that I just wanted to be in her corner and do whatever I could because I knew she had got clean before and things were going good. She got her kids back and all kind of stuff. So I was like, I just want to be there to help. But then when I started seeing the signs and everything was going down, I'm like, well, I still want her to know that I support her fully, but I can't do what I was used to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's why I take the bigger role with my nephews and nieces now. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I think she knows that and she appreciates that. Like,
yeah, once you cross that line, you can see like, hey, they're just not giving me money. It took me a long.
It's not helping.
It took me like a year, maybe even more, before I stopped telling my mom that like my tires were bad. Something to get her to give me a little money for gas. And I was sober.
Yeah.
It was just such a habit to being like, she'd be like, you need any money? Yeah, I don't have any money right now. And I had money. Yeah. But it took me a while to where I was like, I'm good, Mom.
Because of the routine. Money.
It's a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was an enabler, big time enabler.
Yeah.
So she's half a heart. You scream at her. Why can how could you do this yourself? You got half a heart, but you still got to balance compassion with tough love. Like it's tough, right? Like you guys do it all the time. Like fucking relapse, cut you out. But still,
Be there when you need
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's hard. That's probably one of the hardest parts of all of this is,
I agree.
you know,
Yeah.
seeing somebody do good and then not do good, and you've already got this love for them, this, you know, this compassion and this
And you just want them to get
bond.
back.
And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you were right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see it. We see it so much, and I'm sure you do too with your mentorships and stuff like that. See kids that come up and they're right there,
Yeah.
and then a fight at school changes the whole path of their life.
And then, you know, like, we got examples in our family. So my uncle overdosed and died. My aunt and my grandfather overdosed and died on the same day. They died the same day. They had their funerals together. So it's like, this is like a pattern in our family. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so, you know, we talked about this. This is our conversations. You know, we're going to break the generational curses.
Do you feel like you've done that?
We're doing it.
You feel like you broke the generational curse?
Yeah,
your family?
I think my family is breaking it.
Yeah, I love that.
You know, we still got some work to do, but definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams.
Well, it would probably been a story to tell for sure.
And I think when you break generational curses, you know, you're just not doing the same thing over and over and over and over that's been passed down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you definitely laid out a red carpet for the next generation of yours to.
oh yeah, I think my kids didn't grow up the way I
I'd
did.
rather do it like you did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're.
And then, but you know, that comes with a story too, because I'm not perfect either. But my sisters will have conversations. I've heard my sisters talk about me to other people. Like, I'm the greatest thing on the earth. And I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
Like, I got issues too. Like, quit making it seem, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but the love for me, or what they seen I've accomplished, you know, they show the love. You know what I'm saying? But I'd be like,
Calm down.
yeah, I'm not perfect.
Do you
But
feel?
they'll talk about me like that.
Do you feel weird like when they're like, oh yeah, he's the best, he's the greatest? Blah, blah, blah. Does it make you feel weird when they do that? Because for me, like my family, like when I'm back home in Kentucky, like, oh, Mac's doing so great. I'm like,
Yeah.
just, like, you know,
Yeah.
all I can, you know, just stop.
And I kind of like, we're doing good. We're
Yeah.
doing better. We're good.
Yeah, definitely couldn't have been here without the people that helped me get
Yeah,
here.
so
For
that's
sure.
kind of, and I can say that now that I'm like in cahoots with everybody. Because
Yeah.
for a long time, I was kind of by myself a little bit, trying to figure out life.
Sometimes you got to be.
But then I feel like God had me go back to my family. And now we all like, you know, in the same circles and stuff now. So,
Came back for him.
Yeah.
I love that.
yeah.
Who inspires you now?
Like, inspires me probably, God.
God doesn't count.
Yeah, can't count God.
My pastor is inspiring. She inspires me. My kids inspire me, honestly. I work with my kids a lot, or the young people that I work with, young adults, and they think I'm helping them, but they're helping me.
Yeah, I get that. I 100% get that.
Because, you know, and I think it's the amount of time we spend with each other. We're with each other every day. And they kind of become a part of my lifestyle. And a lot of the teachable moments that are happening, they're coming through conversation. But most of the time it's just being around each other, laughing, talking, enjoying each other's company, and then watching us be examples wherever we are. You know what I'm saying? And I think not only does that help them, that helps me as well, because it kind of keeps me on my toes and what I represent and the example I'm supposed to be wherever I go. So,
But who do you take, like, kind of bring this up? Like, I know it gets like that for us on this side. Like, you know, we've got to be the ones that are strong. We got to be the ones that are strong in our faith. We got to be the ones that, you know, mentor these guys. But, like, when you need help,
yeah.
like, who do you just sit down with and be like, look, bro, this is what I'm going through? And then they can kind of guide your...
Probably my foster dad was probably Trip. Probably he probably the main one that I probably had those type of conversations with.
Just be vulnerable with.
Yeah.
Because it's hard, like, if you're in the position you're in and all these kids are looking up to you and, you know, these men that you've brought into this group are looking up to you, it's hard for you to be like, man, I'm struggling worse than you are.
He probably my biggest thing. It's funny because I think he said this to me the other day. Like, He like, dang, dude, you grown now. Like, you gotta, because of the relationship, like my father raised me, gotta like, you still my child type thing. And he like, my birthday happened, I'm 40. So he like, you're 40, dude, you grown. Like,
yeah.
He like, dude, like
it's hard to wrap your mind.
Look like he still looked at me as a kid, like, almost like, cause he like, dude, you grown, you that old, like
40 years old. So you just turned 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his birthday month.
Yeah.
So I just turned 40 in April. My knees started hurting, my back was hurting.
Yeah, I switched the whole regimen, man. Like I got my own little. Now I'm 40. I still stay active, try to do a little stuff. I'm at the Y, play basketballs Tuesdays and Thursdays to keep kind of like mobility. But I'm playing with 60-year-olds, so I'm like Jordan.
Yeah.
I know your hip doesn't
Lower
work.
the goals a little bit.
Your hip is bad. I'm going left every time.
Yeah, I'm going towards the brace.
Yeah. Like they think I'm young. They like, oh, this young guy's coming in because they're like,
Yeah, I get it.
So I like pick and choose my battles now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 40's
Back
tough.
in the 30s, I was challenging the 8th graders and the high schoolers.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah, we switching.
Yeah.
All right, these are gonna be quicker responses, and you can jump into biggest lesson your parents unknowingly taught you.
That I don't have to be defined by my mother's and father's mistakes.
Ooh. Favorite Bible verse?
John 3:16. For God so loved the world, gave his only begotten son, whoever believe in him, not perish, have everlasting life.
It's a powerful one.
It's the first one I learned. I think that's why.
Yeah. I used to go to Sunday school and they'd be like, what Bible verse did you learn about Jesus wept?
Yeah. And then it was like a thing where I used to watch wrestling. It was like Austin 3:16. They was like, where did he get that from? Oh, John.
Exactly. If everyone did one thing tomorrow to improve the community, what should it be?
Be kind. If everybody made a conscious effort in one day just to be kind, I think it'd be a great day.
It would change things one day with
Yeah.
just being kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody's saying, everybody is gonna get up and be nice today.
Yeah, I'm coming over the bridge on the way here, coming out of, I live in Gibsonburg, so I'm coming over the bridge and this car comes flying up beside me. And there's literally 10 feet between me and this semi truck that's over here, and I'm just kind of cruising. They're just trying to cut me off. So I was like, I wanted to be that guy that's like, no, you're not getting over.
Yeah.
So I back off. This girl's looking at me, just make eye contact. I just slow down, let her get over it. She was ready to flip me off so bad, but me letting her over, she couldn't make herself do it.
Yeah.
But she wanted to flip me off so bad. I was like, bro, it's not that big of a hurry. Just go.
I've had a life change because of that. On the highway, I don't even know what I felt like I didn't do nothing. I had a lawn service, so I had this giant flatbed truck. I'm driving it. Lady come up, flicks me off, beep, 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 drives. So I try to get back on the side of her. Like, I'm gonna get her. I hit a cone.
Stop.
It tears the side of my window off. She gets over and she's like, the way I felt in my body, like I look like a complete idiot. The only way I can fix it is now that whenever somebody do something crazy to me on the road,
keep moving.
I literally like pray for them. Like they flick me off and I'm like, oh, God bless you. Like, Lord, I hope they have a better day. Because that's the only thing.
Whatever emergency they're going to, I hope it gets better.
In that moment, I felt like trash.
Yeah, I get it.
So I was like, this is the only way I can feel good about these situations.
The only place I've shared this before is like Sam's Club gas station. That's the only place that really just gets my gears going.
Long line.
Well, no, it's because there is no accountability there. For one, there's no arrows telling you which way to go at the one in Toledo or in Holland. Every other Sam's Club, there's arrows.
Yeah.
If your gas lid's on this side, you go this way. Toledo, free for all. Like you're stuck. Like if somebody does one thing stupid, you're stuck, and I can't hold back. I got to tell them how stupid they are for going that way. But everywhere else, I'm pretty holy.
Yeah, we got a little
Early
mess.
bird or night owl?
Early bird. And that's one of the things. I worked in schools like 25 years. I was a principal, a dean, behavior coach, a teacher. And I love kids. But when I became administrator, working with staff is what really got to me. Showing up early, then being after school, I felt like I was just like kind of living, my life is like kind of taking over with this school stuff. And then I get up, be tired, and gotta do it again. So my prayer to God was, can I have my time back? I'm getting up early, I'm doing this stuff. I just want my time back, God. Give me something that I can do and be financially taken care of. But I get up when I want to, work out, study, and then save the world. God did that for me. Now I get up earlier to work out or study because I know I make my own schedule. So it's like, it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me the last 2 years. So
I love that.
What's one word you hope describes your life?
pushed, my acronym. Pray until something happens every day.
I like that. Pray until something happens.
Yeah.
Well, I think that wraps it up. Man, I appreciate you coming in. This was on a whim. I wish we could have introduced you to Josh, but he didn't make it today.
He didn't miss much.
He's said he forgot to set his alarm. His phone's on silent, but you'll have that on these big jobs. Man, again, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me. Trust me.
Looking forward to maybe working with you in the future.